little white kids having fun out here in these streets, turning deadly. We'll be right back on the Keep It P podcast. Ew.
Yiggity.
About that. Sorry about that, guys. This is actually B1 Health and Wellness, but I guess in turn it is PC shenanigans because palm colored people are acting up. It goes the conversation around parent. Well, first of all, let's interpret that emoji you see there.
Break it on down now.
The emoji said, I put my tongue on your eggplant and I got sick bacterial cultures and I'm crying now. Let me blow that. Let me blow that up for you so you can see what that's all about. Just look at that. Would you look at it? Just look at it. The conversation surrounding parenting and sexually transmitted infections, STIs, often focuses on how parents can teach their kids to avoid getting one. According to the Center for Disease Control and Prevention, the STD rates are especially high among people between the ages of 15 and 24.
Why are they calling it a STI though? When did it stop becoming an STD, or is that just a way to make it sound less?
Nah, because I used to actually work for Check Yourself with my brother and I. You know, that was a AIDS and HIV awareness group or whatever for preventing. So they started the STI thing back when I was in it. Actually, like almost.
Did they?
Yes, that started. Yeah, let me see. I'm gonna tell you when it started. It started back like when I was like 20. Like 18, 19, 20. They changed the center as the CDC changed from disease because most of them are infections that you can get there. You can get rid of them, and not like diseases are inherent, I guess. So they kind of changed it.
Oh, okay. I thought they was making it light in the booty for the Mayo clan.
No, it's been like that for a minute.
Thank you for educating us, brother. Now,
yeah, they made that classification probably like 20 years ago, 15, 20 years ago. But what happens when a teen does get an STI? How does a parent proceed? Ahead of moms who give out their advice to share how they handle the news and what they wish they would have done differently when little Becky came home burning from the crotch and the mouth. Because she was burning from the mouth too. The mouth was there too.
You know that the emoji says that right there, right on the mouth.
Probably didn't even get no wiggles. Probably got all mouth.
All mouth is.
But you ain't heard that from me.
No, allegedly now.
What is it like when your kid is diagnosed with the nasty nas? Diane S., last name withheld for privacy on nastiness, an Illinois mom of 3 tells Yahoo Life that she felt utterly lost while her 16-year-old daughter developed cold sores that turned out to be herpes.
Not the herp jerkos.
I think I was shocked for days after we got the results back from the clinic, she says. I imagine it was some sort of infection or allergy and not an STI she had to live with for the rest of her life.
The rest of y'all alive.
The teen began developing sores around her mouth and genitals a few weeks later after she got back from a sleepover with friends. Well, all sleepovers is over then.
Hold on. Was it the bussy sleepover?
Was it the caramel cat sleepover?
Huh?
It is unclear how she might have gotten infected, but of course there's
Uh-huh.
speculation. Girl, you know how she got infected by showing what that mouth do. What you mean?
I think she don't want to admit that her daughter could be fruit and fiber.
Or she don't want to admit that her daughter is Superhead 3000.
Well, she know that because she is.
Right. Got it from my mom.
You know, she know that. She just is embarrassed. That's why they talking about being embarrassed. They done both been burnt before. She talking about she don't know if it came from the monkey. If she was eating the carpet munching.
Uh, we had the sex talk and I tried to educate on how to.
See?
Ultimately, she agreed that she would wait until after high school to be sexually active. To find out that she wasn't adding another layer of disappointment, Diane says. The subsequent months at her home were tense, and she admits that she was unsure how to handle the situation. Ultimately, her and her husband decided to ground their daughter, and she says that did more harm than good. Oh,
Cause she
really?
went and got more carpet munching.
Maggie tells Yahoo Life that a single mom, she felt deeply ashamed after her own daughter's herpes diagnosis. I'll admit that I was ashamed for her, she said. I often wonder how she would navigate romantic relationships in the future. I cannot hide how I felt, and my daughter could pick up on it. Unfortunately, I really damaged our relationship. How you damaged the relationship because she wanted to be a little hoe bag?
Correct.
Vanessa also struggled with how to respond when her 17-year-old daughter was diagnosed with chlamydia after months of what she describes as a standoff. Hold on. So she had it for months. She had
Months.
she had the not so fresh box for a while.
Many moons, P.
She had the tangle and the
Many
twist.
moons. Many moons.
Wish fresh on me. Because she had man. Husband is angry. I'm angry, and it come here, and here comes my daughter angry at us for being angry. It was madness. She tells the Yahoo Life. After a while, I realized I needed to give her the same grace my parents gave me when I was her age, and I got burnt. She didn't say that, but I just added
But
that.
that's what she meant. You know that's what she meant. Come on now.
Vanessa says that she was aware that her daughter. She was aware that her daughter was sexually active. I know what I was up to at her age, so I got her on birth control. I admit that I thought my responsibility ended there, she says. I honestly am sure that it didn't get both topics, pregnancy, STD prevention, equal attention. I know I talked to her about AIDS, but it was mostly the focus on her becoming a teen mom. Diane
Don't
also,
be bringing black babies up around here. But go
that's
ahead and
all
get
she
you some
wanted
of
to do.
that mandingo though.
Diana acknowledges that the sex talk she'd had with her daughter focused on preventing pregnancy, while she knew STDs were possibilities. She hadn't considered her teen being affected. What the experts say: glossing over the risk of STDs isn't uncommon. She says that during conversations about sex, most parents look over STDs in favor of pregnancy. STDs are a very stigmatized subject, and understandably so. When talking to your kids and loved ones, it can be very intimidating and awkward, but it's important nevertheless. And it says parents can inform their kids about the risks of STDs and the best way to prevent them without without leaning on a scare tactic. It says often the goal for many parents is to scare their young ones straight, which rarely works, she said. It just compounds the stigma. It's important to remember that while sex comes with many risks, it can also be a very joyful experience too. Yeah, not for kids though.
Period.
I'ma just keep it 1,000 with you. I wish I never would have stumbled up on some coochie.
Trying to tell you.
I wish that I would have just kept my head straight, went through school, because coochie ruins your life.
I'm telling you, boy.
I'm telling you from experience now. Your life get ruined. You ain't no longer yourself now.
So I'm trying to told you.
You're chasing that warm, moist, dank, wet hallway, sir.
But you can end up with the wrong way too there, boy.
I'm trying to tell you now. It says, depending upon the diagnosis, parents should also prioritize their kids' mental health. What treatments do they need? Discussions need to be had in past and future about sexual partners. How will this affect their health going forward? Navigating these questions can be overwhelming for anyone, especially a young person, when parents can help by gathering the information and offer support when needed.
So
Ultimately,
you don't need mental help before you go get some cooch. But after you go and get burnt, that's when you need the mental help to talk about the cooch.
uh, yeah,
Okay.
ultimately, parents should aim to have the kids the kind of honesty relationships in which a kid can come to them with the issues like this, even if the news is hard to hear. You don't know all the answers, but you do have to let your teen know that there's isn't any topic that is off limits. When they do talk to you about sensitive topics, try to approach it without judgment. Well, that's really hard.
Right.
Um, my whole job as a parent is to judge it and to judge whether it's right or wrong for your ass because you don't have proper judgment skills.
Period.
This sounds like little Timmy that is going to shoot his mom in the back of the head when she takes his Xbox.
Period.
Get in the comment section, guys. Let me know what you think about that, okay? I'm not going to hold you, but I'm going to mold you, fold you, and scold you about being on code. And you know, I got 4 words for you. It is like for the spike, subscribe if you're live, comment your
Hmm.
comment, and share if you're dare, if you're a real player. And you may ask where, and I'll tell you over there on the platforms we own, Jones. And just to bring it on home, I got another foe for you, dog. Don't eat soggy cat. Or
Mm.
don't lick infected penis.
Yucky.
I mean,
Boiled mayo on the rise.
and this concludes another episode of the Keep It P podcast. I'm your host, Jay Lavin and Teasy Ron Savage. Love, peace, blessings, and aloha. Out the Doha for Shoha.